tonight. I just wanted to get this thought down. I was just listening to the news. They were talking about the manifesto that came out from the shooting in El Paso. That was directly in an attempt to take Latino lives. The gentleman in question, the shooter, was attempting to bring white nationalism to the forefront of the political spectrum. It has worked. This is the same kind of manifesto that we saw in New Zealand after the church shooting, and it was posted on 8chan. Now, some of you may be familiar with 4chan. 8chan is another site for these kinds of things, and it got me thinking about social media and the kinds of things that are accessible to my students, and I wanted to have a quick word with you guys on that. Listen, real talk, I've been around the block and I've seen these things. There are some tremendously funny stuff, gross and, just potty humor for fart jokes, and it can be very inappropriate. But some of the corners, some of the recesses of these sites, as well as if any student has ever accessed the dark web, or if you're trying to skim beneath the surface and seek out the platforms that the internet offers for these darknesses of humanity, you're going to find them. And what I think about that is this. I'm going to give you an I believe. I believe that you are a culmination of many things, and I believe that one of the major culminating factors in who you are is who you associate with. There are lots of cheesy ways to say that, but in the meantime, it's true. I've seen it over and over and over again. If you are associating with people that do bad things, you are going to be more likely to succumb to peer pressure in doing similar bad things. If you are seeking out sinful things, you're going to find sinful things, and you're going to, if you surround yourself with sin, then you're going to be more likely to succumb to sin. So when it comes to the use of certain platforms to spread hate and to spread fear and to post these manifestos for white supremacy, I just think that it has to start with the proper education of the individual, and you have to be real about it. So that's my real talk on that. You can find it if you look for it, but why are you looking for it, kiddos? When it comes down to it, you're just going to end up with a lot more trouble than it's worth. Curiosity will kill the cat on that one. I also want you to be aware that the government has several venues already in place to track internet usage. Keep that in mind when you're at school. I know that for the most part I'm going to be dealing with silly gaming and multitasking and some social media usage. Obviously, don't be bullies, don't be mean girls, and be polite to one another. Treat your neighbor like you'd like to be treated. But in this particular installment, I wanted to talk about digital efficacy and digital citizenship. That is, be a good person online, as well as in reality. It's not just about who you associate with in this world in real time. It's also increasingly in our day and age who you associate with over your digital platforms, and you will be considered guilty by association if you are around the wrong kind of people and the wrong kind of things are happening and you're in that grouping. I'll end by saying, listen, man, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, must be a duck.
Yeah.